welcome back. This episode following on from where we put the clutch back in. I'm now moving up the bike, so I need to today get the master cylinder out and the clutch hose out. That's the repair kit for the master cylinder. I've had a new hose made up. Also, the other job I need to do, if I get a chance today, is replace the switchgear on that side as well. There's a problem with the actual turn signal switchgear on the bike. It seems to engage on one side but won't engage on the other. I've had a look and it seems to be it's had it basically. So I picked up a second-hand one. This one has been basically rebuilt, so it's all in good condition. So as I say, today we're going to look at the master cylinder and the hose. Alright, I've already taken the cowling out that sits over this lot. It's basically 10 screws. You've got 4 there and then 2 each side. That basically reveals multitude of wiring I have in here, obviously, because it has heated grips in there, which could do with a tidy up. Right, I've actually unclipped the hose from the top clamp there, and if you can see it, there's another one just in there, so that's now loose. I've loosened up the actual master cylinder, so I just basically need to pull the hose up and then I can disconnect this as one piece. Right, so I've already unclamped, as I said, I've already unclamped the hose. Just need to feed this up. Right, and that's the complete lot out. Right, so that's the hose off. This lever off. Right, just drain off a little bit of excess in there, just drain that off. Right, you see the state of that in the bottom, even though it's looking gunky. Yeah, same with that. Just going to give that a quick clean out. Right, well that's looking better. In behind this rubber seal that's basically falling apart, give you an idea with the new one. That's the new one. There's a circlip. So I've got to try and get that circlip out. Right, we'll just pull straight out. There's the circlip. Right, as that's the only pair of circlip pliers I have, obviously the position of it was round the side, so all I've just done is got a screwdriver and basically just move that circlip round. So now I can actually get into it. He says. Right, finally got the circlip out. Actually broke my circlip pliers doing it. So that's the rubber boot, but basically you can see split circlip, which I had to bend. The metal washer behind that. Right, there should be that seal next, and then the spring. There we go. Can actually push it through from the other side. So that's basically it apart. It's not looking too bad a condition, but best to replace it anyway. So right, with the new parts, so basically I'll lay it out as it came out. So we've got rubber seal, circlip, metal washer, main action, rubber seal, spring. So I'll lay mine out exactly the same and obviously fit it in reverse. Right, so that's basically the parts that come out, and the parts ready to go back in. Giving that a good clean through. So ready to reassemble. Alright, so I've just slid the spring, the rubber cap and the new version, stuck that in there to make sure it moves. Alright, now the washer. And then the circlip. Right, I had to pop to the store to get some more circlip pliers. So I actually bought a kit, interchangeable heads, internal, external. And it's popped in there nicely. Last thing to do is just put the rubber bung in the end. Gently push it down. There we go, that's basically ready to go back in. That's working fine. Last thing to do is put this little piece in, and it fits in just in the middle there. Alright, now I can start putting this back together. There we go, that's done. So time to put that back on the bike. Alright, so that's clamped back on the bike. It's a bit awkward to actually judge the angle from obviously up here. I've had to move the heated grip controller forward a bit so I can actually get access. So what's left to do, pop these back on. Now I need to get the brake hose back in position. So as I said, new brake hose. The old one had obviously been on there since day one. So I just need to feed this back in. Alright, that's the first bit in place. Actually fed it up. Literally just got this bit. To feed up, you can see in there, through that clamp. and it comes through this plastic cover. Right, so that's all back in place. It's all clamped through. I had to change the angle, I had it at the wrong angle, so all I've got left to do now is bleed it through. I'm actually going to leave the cover off for now because I need to do some other bits and pieces which relate to a later episode. That's why I've had the screen off. I'm going to try and have a look at, see if I can make a dash shelf. I've actually managed to get some plans for one. So I'm going to attempt it. It might work, it might not, but we'll see how that goes. But that's why all the front's off still. That's obviously why I've left this cowling off. So I can basically run chargers, etc., sat nav. Because the existing one at the moment is there's these two wires that run up into, I've got a charging point actually in one of the panels, so I actually want to bring this up and extend it and put it up onto the dash. Much easier, because I don't really like wires flying around. So that's basically about it for the clutch master cylinder, the rebuild, new clutch cable. I say, so literally the slave's been redone, the clutch has been redone. Next episode I'm going to have a look at cleaning up this engine casing, and the same the other side. I need to change this switch over. This is the standard ST one that cuts in, I believe, 100 degrees. So I'm going to have a look at the one that cuts in at 85, so that's got to be changed over. That's going to be an interesting one, because I don't really want to drain all the fluid, but I might have to. But we'll see how that goes. Also, I need to have a look at this switchgear. This has been giving me some problems, especially on the turn signals. It's mainly the right turn. Everything else seems to work fine. I've had a look at the switch. I've cleaned the switch up. It still seems to be doing, but it's an intermittent fault. So I'm going to have a look at that. I do have a replacement. So I'm going to look at that in the next episode. Get that sorted, and then I can start basically reassembling. Right, so thanks for joining me on that one. As I say, next episode, it's basically the titivation, if so to say, just giving it a clean up, give the engine cases a clean, sort out that switch gear, sort out the thermostat switch, also have a look at the brackets, give that a coat of paint. Also these panels, the exhaust covers, just give them a light rub down, just give them a coat of paint. I know nobody's going to see them, but at least I know it's done. They are starting to sort of rust in places, so just a bit of a freshen up really. And just look at any other little jobs that need doing on the exterior, and then as I say, later on I need to start looking at try and do a dash shelf if possible. But so that's just about wraps it up for this week, or this episode. Subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of every video, so please like and subscribe. It is important to me. I do appreciate all your feedback, all your comments. It's brilliant. It really helps me. Links to other videos top left and top right, and join me again next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.